merchandise.
All right, guys, welcome back to TELLITTOTREVOR. I'm your host, Trevor Shelley, and today we sit down with.
The diligent one, Corey Dillinger. How's everybody doing today?
Doing all right. We just got access to the first ever TELLITTOTREVOR studio.
Oh, congratulations. I'm very excited for this. Very excited.
So we got, if you guys don't know, Corey is one of the guys that help out behind the scenes of the podcast, which you can also catch him at WrestleCade.
I'm very excited about that. Isn't that starting November 28th to the 30th?
Yeah, which is exciting because everybody's texting me, other wrestlers, hey, do you got an open spot? And I was like, if someone backs out, absolutely cheers. I don't.
Yeah, that's definitely how it works. If they back
Yeah.
out, it is what it is, you know. And but hey, this is the opportunity, and I am very excited to be part of this. And also, I'm very excited to see another world of wrestling, especially in the area of North Carolina.
Right. Let's see. First question is, so guys, if you don't remember, Corey was on our last season, our biggest season we did. We had former NXT star, the Orion. Well, Orion, not the Orion.
Yes.
This season, we are working on getting a Brad Attitude. Let's see. Do you remember the guy that was part of the D'Angelo family that was with Stax
Yes, I do.
that got released? I
Oh,
forget.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna try to get him because I know his booking rate, and we've already talked. I just got to shoot it his way.
There you go.
So to bring in that kind of talent, and I got to see him wrestle on Saturday, the same day as Brad.
That's a pretty cool thing. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. You said you have some questions. I'm ready to hear these questions. What you got?
Alrighty, so people, if you don't know, we're gonna ask some questions. Basically, you've heard it in the last episode, me and Corey. But if this is your first time, we're gonna go over it again.
Okay.
Or what you say at ACCW when Cam Jackson hits the screen one more time.
He hits it one more time.
The whole entrance and everything.
Okay.
Um, so Corey, how did your become a professional wrestler come to mind?
Honestly, it fell on my lap. I am a alumni of NJIT, which is New Jersey Institute of Technology, and during my last 2 years of school, um, I hang around with some of my friends, and they were bringing it back up. And I started talking about some of the wrestling that was going on at the time. Dolph Ziggler was the world champ with WWE, and I started making my own little fantasy storylines. And all of a sudden, one of the guys I did not know, they had connections to a backyard federation called XCPW, and they asked me would I like to be involved. Uh, I respectfully declined with selective choice of words, and they just said, we don't want you to be a wrestler. We want you to be a writer. I was like, writer? Oh, okay, cool. And the place was not far from my house, and I was actually off on that day. So I actually went. And then the first day, I just said, yeah, I do it. They're like, oh, you'll be a writer? I said, yeah, but I also want to wrestle too. And I did it about 4 to 6 months of backyard to the point where I just said, I think I can do this legit. They knew a school called ECPW, and I didn't look back since. That's basically what happened when it dawned to my head.
Now, guys, one of our sponsors, Apple City Championship Wrestling. Sorry to cut you off, Corey, with questions. But ACCW is having their next show October 11th of 2025 in Hickory, North Carolina, at the Brooksford Town Hall at 1700 South Center Street in Hickory, North Carolina. Doors open at 6, bell time is at 7. Tickets are at accwlive.com ticks, which you'll have the opportunity to meet the stars of Brad Attitude, Cam Jackson, Mila Johnson, which is also one of the people for WrestleCade. Um, Brittany Jade, which is the inaugural ACCW Women's Champion of the last show, and then of course Brad Attitude will be there, and Alexander Moss. So that's going to be fun with all that. And Rob Killjoy, hopefully surgery went well. I haven't talked to you since last time at ACCW.
Definitely shout out to Rob Killjoy. I had the pleasure of meeting him and within my first 5 years of wrestling when he came up to New Jersey with the Ugly Ducklings. And yes, I wish the best, man. I hope to see you soon.
I need to get that man on the podcast
Definitely got to get that man on the podcast.
now that he has all the time in the world. Let's see, why is it? Okay, cool. Let's see. What is a story that you can relate to wrestlers with your career that always brings you happy moments?
That always bring me impactful moments. Did I hear that correctly?
Happy moments.
Oh, happy moments. I it's hard to say. For me, I think the best I've had was I was in a road trip with I believe it was Kenny Bangle, Ray Pitt. No, sorry, Kenny Bangle, Alex Raymond. At the time, he was Aaron Bradley, and the Graysons. And we drove all the way down to South Carolina for UPWA near Shaw University, and we just had such a good time bonding, hanging out. That when we had our wrestling matches, we we all just showed out as if it was a whole different ball game. I think any person who takes it seriously would just be like, "Hey, yeah, we're out of state. We got to make our name known. We're from Jersey. We're different breeds." But needless to say, there was a time when we had a little situation where um, we had an issue with the car, and we took care of the car. And if it wasn't for the fact that we were all together doing it, we would have been stuck. So, like the fact of showing unity and bonding, I think that was like the good time, the good small story I can give with that.
And guys, we'll be soon opening a PO box. So when you guys send merchandise, we're getting a bookcase installed. I think next weekend. So merchandise, not merchandise, souvenir collectors and all that you guys send in the mail will actually be displayed around the cabinet or on the bookcase. With a screen behind me that will have highlights of people's matches. So we're trying to make it look like a talk show, I guess.
That's gonna
But
sound like that's make that happen, guys. Make sure to jump on that PO box.
yes. Or if not, hit me up and like, hey, where can we send it to? And I will just figure how much a PO box costs in my local Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah,
Ain't gonna tell you guys exactly what part of Charlotte, but Charlotte. What is a personal challenge for you?
what's a personal challenge I have?
Yes.
All right, so many. Oh gosh, I think any person who don't have challenges is showing that they have to challenge themselves because nobody is perfect. Uh, I think one of my biggest challenges is always overthinking something if I got going on I'm about to execute and then I second guess it on the fly. Where if I trust it, just trust it. Because technically the decisions I made me headed this far. So I gotta start being more confident what's going on. That's something I definitely am working on.
I know for sure, like for me, it's because me and you talk on a daily basis about whatever is going on in our lives.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I'm heavily into ice hockey as I'm representing my fair team.
Of course.
But, like, for me, because I told you I just started this league with all these great players,
Mm-hmm.
which are like coaches and players from the SPHL and FHL, which is like there's a team all the way in Winston-Salem,
Right.
and their goalie coach comes down and trains with us just for the fun of it. And I'm like, okay, so like I can get some eyes on me. Cool, great. I get out there, and this is like me, just like, oh, this is gonna be easy. And this guy just gets out there, just takes the puck out of nowhere, and scores like 3 goals. And I'm like, crap. I was like, I
So
need to be traded.
so you're saying what year was is you depended so much on your talent and overestimated the whole competition?
Yeah. Well, it's because when you walk in the locker room, I hate to like call these guys out, but like my locker was like a bunch of older people.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see a bunch of gray hairs on the wrinkles. Hate to call them old, but yeah, the
Right.
definition. And and then I go into the actual locker room I was supposed to be in the next day, and they're like, "Oh, here's your teammates," and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, "What the crap?" I was like, "Can I go back to the other locker room where I actually felt like I'm great?"
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I can definitely say in scenarios like that,
yeah,
you always need to come into a building that you got to show your best, even if you think the other people are below you. You supposed to
right,
treat them as if they're better than you or in the same level, so you can step your game up. Because sometimes when you depend on another person's level, you cap yourself on your own abilities in that moment.
right.
But yeah,
Let's see. What is your training routine
my training routine. You mean like do a week pattern of working out, or we're talking about like while I'm in the ring?
before the ring?
So before the ring, so if let's just say I'm doing a 2 a day, and I'm gonna I'm doing a little warm up before going to the ring. Usually I'll start with some calisthenics. I'll stretch.
Yeah,
Uh, Big on my legs because I've been having I had lower back problems, doing much better. You know, shout out to DDP yoga. Like that's been like a saving grace. Uh, and then usually I'll either jog around the ring or do like slides just to get my legs loose. Start doing some push ups and a little bit of burpees just to get the blood flowing while feeling contact. And then it's getting the ring, start doing some rolls and getting familiar with the ring because sometimes I do get the blessing to go to different schools to train.
right.
And other than that, just mentally, like again, a mental zone where I'm like, okay, what's going to be my challenge today? What's I want to work on to make it better to where it's muscle memory, and I go in it.
What is your signature moves?
My signature moves. All right, cool. Let's make this really simple. So the first one I have is called the diligent elbow or D elbow. It's basically a overhead forearm slash elbow strike to your right side of your face while you're in the corner. It's a knockout blow. It's literally what it is. My other move is called the roughneck, which I'm able to, if I can, as long as I can get the strength to throw you, I will throw you like in a beel. And as you're tossed over, I will grab your neck and turn to a neck breaker.
What
And
is?
then,
Oh, go
oh
ahead.
wait, my last one. And then, uh, last but not least, it's called due diligence or 2D, was basically a T-bone. No, it's an exploder jackhammer. That's the best way to explain it. Exploder jackhammer.
Okay.
Fun fact. It was actually a move that Animal from Legion of Doom did when he was in his singles run.
Yeah. Now I
That's it.
remember you telling me last time we were, I think, talking when we heard the news that MJF was announced for WrestleCade, that you had an interaction with MJF.
Yes, well, the interaction I had was a very short, simple one. Um, I was I was being paid to be sponsored for a wrestle convention called the Boardwalk Beatdown. That was about at least 6 years ago. And when I was there, I see MJF, and I saw how the fans were haggling him. And personally, he's a douchebag. I'm gonna call him space. He's a douchebag, but antagonizing the fans and stuff like that, and they were just haggling him. So the timeline, once they were done, I, you know, I was actually recording them on the side, but that was just for me, for my own little personal footage. I walked up to MJ, you know, put my phone down, introduced myself. He gave me a little smirk, but he's like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, how you doing? You doing all right?" And then he kept it short and sweet, but at the same time, he was being a dick about it. But the fact that he recognized me from that timeline, which means I was actually doing good in that time, and I'm still doing now. So I know if we get to cross paths again, I really think that it's going to be like, damn man, it's been years. You're still a piece of shit. I'm like, that's back at you, bro. I ain't a piece of shit. But either way, I think it'll be nice to see him. But I know he's gonna be an asshole.
And MJF, you're not unmasking what's the guy that he just lost to?
The match he
Miss,
had, the Briscoe.
no, Mystico on CML.
Oh,
Same
him,
dude.
yeah.
No one's unmasking him in. Sorry, MJF.
Man, he's one of the great ones. He's gonna have another title shot. He's gonna take it, and he's gonna show why he's better than you. And of course, how he says it, y'all know
And he's everybody's scumbag.
it.
His words, he says it.
That's fair.
But what is your theme song for the people that don't know?
So I have a theme song. Shout out to Viv, Be Vivid. He actually made my theme song about 2 years ago. He made songs for guys like TNA superstar Casey Navarro. He made it for Malik Devante. And I love my song a little more special because it's not like your traditional theme song with the chorus and the hook. It's literally like a classic 90s freestyle. And sometimes I just love those things because it's like you get the you get like a poetic way of explaining who this guy is, like
Yeah.
before he walked into the ring. And the song's a vibe, like legit. And I can't wait if I get the opportunity to play it while I'm in North Carolina at WrestleCade. But either way, if anybody wants his music, I will leave the link with Trevor so you guys can check it out and see if y'all want an opportunity for yourselves.
Yeah. It's by Wild, right?
Mm-hmm. The way you spell it is V's, so it's like V space VV.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, it's like Wild.
Lucky for you guys, I do have it pulled up, so we will actually give it a listen for you guys around the world since now we're in 14 countries.
Oh god, you're gonna play right now. All right, let's give him a taste. Let's let him hear it.
So gonna work. Okay, while we figure this out, we're gonna insert the clip to Ape Energy promoting their video
Yes, yes.
because it's not working.
By the way, while that's going on, just let y'all know if y'all trying to step up your game when it comes to digital content and videos and stuff like that, make sure to get yourself a live mic. You see people doing stuff like what I'm doing, having a live mic attached to a random object. But these things do help, especially if you're in places where there's a lot of noise. Make sure you get yourself one. It's no particular way. Just give me y'all a little plug in the tip.
There we go.
You went straight to the middle. You ain't playing it from the top. Okay.
Well, I just have it on their distro page.
Well, if it makes it easier, if you check out my page, check out my Instagram. We'll make a little plug. If anybody wants to see it, go to Corey Dillinger dot underscore. Corey Dillinger underscore. I got rid of the dot. I got it pinged on my page. Uh, it's literally used for the backdrop for the WrestleCade photo and the music video, the music track. Let me know if you see it pop up, Trevor.
Yep, I'm looking it up right now. There we go. Right here. It's gonna play.
Just a little snippet. And guys, please let me know what y'all think of the track. If you think I need another one, if you need, I think I need to like tweak it. Just say the word. Well, and the artist I have, he makes wonderful music. I think this is a banger. I really do. But at the same time, we're open. I believe he's open for, how you say it? I don't say criticism, for suggestions.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's enough. We don't need to get a whole track. We can cut it off from there. Yeah, man. That's the track. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Trust and believe you're gonna hear it more and more throughout the year and 2026 and beyond. And just be ready. You hear that? You know it's me.
Exactly. Who is your bucket list opponents?
You gotta break that down for me. That analogy went over my head. The buckets. Oh, what?
Bucket list.
Oh, my bucket
Your
list. Oh,
opponents.
yeah. Oh, my bucket list. So
Yep.
right now it has changed because I met some wonderful people in the indies right now, and that's in the wrestling world. One of them is Marcus Matters. He's one of the guys I would love to have a match with. Alex Price is another gentleman. Do you remember a guy named Wrecking Ball?
I think so.
That man, I need to have a match with that dude because like there's a side story before, and no, I can say before, but when he was rising as well as I am, he messaged me and said, "Why the hell I ain't doing what he's doing?" And he's one of the guys that gave me the confidence to actually push forward. Like right now, he's wrestling for NWA. I'm very happy for his success, and I would love to be in a ring with him to show him that I improved way more than what I did back then. And of course, Jay Lethal's on the list. And what? Who else that caught my attention right now that I would love to wrestle? Hmm. Richard Holiday.
Yeah, back. Or you could do Killer Cross now since.
I could do Killer Cross, but I say right now, any person who get a chance to wrestle him would be an amazing opportunity. But those are the ones I have in my head. Like when the time comes, then I'll love the wrestling. Well, every person I've put on reference are people I've met, either in the locker room or stuff like that. So like if I haven't meet you, I look at it from that because my bucket list always grows, or how I like to say it, a real bucket list is what you put in. So if I see who you are in person, I put it in the bucket.
Let's see. What is your hidden passion outside of the ring?
Oh man. Okay. One of my hidden passions outside the ring is, well, I'll give two. One of them is dancing. I love to dance. It's always been it's always a stress reliever. It always brings good mood. And I can say I do care about mental health and motivational and bringing positivity. Like, so I can put that in there. But if I had to put some entertainment, I'm a card guy. I play card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm a gamer. So like that social construct, that like that's my other passion. I enjoy doing like no hesitation. Like one of my favorite games I like to play is Apex Legends, and my friends are trying to put me on what game? Like right now, while we're having this interview, my friends are streaming right now on Discord. Um, what game is this? Not Delulu. I don't remember it, but I'm watching them now, and I'm just like, they're like, yo, jump in, jump in. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't think it's the worth the time, the money right now.
Right. Let's see. How did you land on your fender, the elbow, the
Oh,
seamless?
how did I figure out how to get use it as a move?
Yeah.
Oh, that was really simple. I believe a lot. I'm a big fan of Chris Hero
Okay.
and TJ Dunn when they say death by elbow, and I notice how they do theirs. It's like it can hit anywhere, anytime. And I want to do something the same way, but because I believe that if somebody hits you with everything they got in a certain way, it's a knockout blow. So when I saw Sami Zayn do his huluva kick, my brain just went, "Why don't I just put both together?" And then I was trying to figure out how to do it, and then seeing Mojo Riley do his punch across the room, I was like, "There it is." So I just put all the pieces together, and that's where it went.
How much do you stay in character off the camera?
Years, it's me. It's like there's no character. Like you either get a side of me when I'm determined, or you get a side of me when I don't care. You get a side of me where I'm nonchalant. Either way, it's me.
Exactly. I always ask that question because you never know, like, if people are like, "Oh, Trevor's Trevor," and then the other side. Like, you see both sides when we're talking,
Yes.
the business side and then the personal.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. 'Cause technically, you know this. Like, I think you gave me a loaded question because you know this is me all 24/7.
Right. Let's see. What is one signature moment that helped your career? Like, take us back then when it happened.
I'll say one signature moment was the first time I won a singles championship. That's when I started realizing that I have people that sees my worth as a performer,
Yeah.
and also they know I can carry what needs to be done. So that's been like one of the key moments of my wrestling career.
Let's see. All right. Shout out to the sponsor shows. We already announced ACCW, Apple City Championship Wrestling, which runs out of Midnight, North Carolina, or Hickory, North Carolina. We will also be putting their next show because this show is not scheduled anymore because I'm actually trying to run it every Thursday. We have a new episode. So every show we will be promoting the poster of the show. And TBD Wrestling, which I have not seen any updates about the next show yet,
Okay.
which is ran by the Limit. Can't think of his saying. Bojack.
Shout out to Bojack.
But guys, with Dubby Energy, save 15% with promo code TELLITTOTREVOR. So if you are into working out and everything, if you go to the gym and you always have protein powder, give it a try at Dubby Energy. Save 15%.
Hey, just make sure you're gonna try to send some my way. I'll give you a live review or we'll bring it back on the next episode or I'll do a separate take on it.
Yeah. Rebel 8, which they are actually local to you, close to you,
Okay.
because we've already talked about that. Same promo code, save 15% with promo code TELLITTOTREVOR. In my opinion, it tastes like a Monster Energy, but better.
Okay, we'll see. I do have a little dislike taste for Monsters drinks, so we'll see. Actually, you know what? I actually have one Monster drink in my fridge. Hold on, let me go pull it out real quick. Hold on.
Which flavor are we talking?
I'm gonna surprise you.
That's
All
the.
right. Shout out to my boy Jay Evans who always do these drink reviews. Well, actually, sorry, it's not a Monster. I think it's Monster's competitor.
Ghost.
Yeah, but the flavor this is sour strip. So I guess like a sour patch, licorice flavor. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it on my next workout when I know I gotta push through. And
Yeah.
it is zero sugar. That's the reason why I grabbed it. It's zero sugar because I don't want to get a boost off of straight sugar.
Let's see if I can find that other sponsor, which we were talking about earlier behind the scenes. Um, but while I'm on the topic of trying to figure this out, guys, we have a lot of people going to WrestleCade. We have the likes of Yankee TDM, Rayhan Intense, the Cream Pie Poppy, which you guys know, Rayhan, James Johnson, the one and only Corey Dillinger, TJ Brady, Rafael Delgado,
Delgado.
Mila Johnson, Tommy Okami. Um, yeah, that's everybody. Let's, because I always post their thing. And this is what I mean, guys. Sponsors, I have too many, aka my three, looking for more. Even though I say I have too many, when in reality I do.
Guys, keep coming through the support for
You,
Tell the Trevor. This podcast is growing and it's only getting better and better.
yeah. If you guys want to be a part of a sponsor, just hit me up. I have a sponsor tier thing, or if you hit up, I guess Corey, if he's down to help promoting,
Yes,
I'll send him the tier package and then he can share it to whoever.
absolutely.
Or if you're a wrestling promotion and want my logo in your promotion, because 14 countries, it's kind of impressive. I'm not trying to get my ego ahead, but
Understood.
if I could ever, let's see, what is it? Gotta close the app real quick. Shop. This will be so much easier than. It is NECTR Energy. So we have our energy drinks, the Rebel 8. We have our protein powder, Dubby. And then we have our energy pouches, which thank you guys for the supply of 500 pouches. I don't know what we're going to do with the 500 pouches, but we will be doing a giveaway at WrestleCade with all three sponsors and potentially more. With our talent if they are down to do that. So with all that, and then we have save 15% with code Trevor15. Had to remember because they changed it up 3 times so it could work. But then back to our little slideshow. What is the most interesting place you have visited?
The most interesting place I visit so far has been Austin, Texas. Like it's legit. Like I've been to different states. I've been to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is pretty cool in its own right, but it reminds me too much of the East Coast. I've been to Georgia. It's a whole different vibe, but it's just not something I'm like really interested in as much. Like it's fun, but not fun. Um, what else? I've had a little taste of St. Petersburg, Florida, but it was a short trip, so I know there's more to come for that. What else? Yeah, like so many others. But when I went to Texas and I was down there, I got to really immerse myself into what was going on there. And it was very interesting, like how people were in there is totally different from how they are in my what I'm used to. And so I thought it was a really cool experience.
Yeah. Let's see. If you could have dinner with a historical figure, who would it be and why?
I would have to say it's a hard question. I gotta really think about historic figures. I guess for me, it would be Jackie Robinson
Okay.
because like the stuff that he had to go through and learn is like is just is astonishing. It's amazing. Like that's like without persevering things like that. Like I really want to know like his mind tick. Like I know they made that documentary, but sometimes I think stuff like that don't do justice.
Right.
If you ask me,
What is your favorite book and why does it resonate with you?
one of my favorite books. Actually, let me go grab it. I'll go grab it and actually show you it so you can really see what it is. What it's about. Yeah.
And while Corey's doing that, I am gonna show you guys the poster for ACCW and their schedule.
Like I'm at the halfway point of this book, so it's credential, and it is nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Okay. So, guys, like I was saying while Corey was grabbing the book, this is the poster for the show.
That's pretty badass.
Right. It is the Halloween show. And then, guys, make sure I find that while it's on the head. Here's their schedule. So, if you guys wanted to go to their events, here is the schedule. We'll be back in tonight in November 8th, December 6th. Back to Hickory for 2 shows, January 17th, February 14th, which is also Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
March 14th, back in Hidden Night for ACC Anniversary 3. And then my favorite event, all the way back in September, it is going to be their. Is it going to turn? No. Their event for September 12th, it is WrestleGate 3. That is their WrestleMania, which, who doesn't love WrestleMania?
Yeah, who does it?
Because that's a time you never know who's going to show up.
By the way, what's your thoughts on the announcement of WrestleMania for 2027?
That was a weird announcement for me, in my opinion. Like, I'm not going to put any shame on Levesque for it now that he goes by his real name, so it's not really a shoot.
Well,
But WWE, there's the Bank of America Stadium. That's a good place you can do shows.
yes, it is. Now I've been hearing a lot of stuff that people saying taking the blood money and all this other stuff. I think that's just people that just don't like it when it's not convenient for them and go from there.
Yeah,
You
and
know
how, how, much
what?
money you're in debt too. I found out.
Really?
Last time I heard was it was $4 million WWE's in debt with.
So this can technically be a way to strategize wise, but
Yeah.
hey, at the end of the day, WWE is going to make what's best for them. TKO is going to make what's best for them and strive in the process.
So Dwayne, do your job. He's gonna go by his real name. Don't post it. That's all I gotta tell you.
Oh Lord,
I hate to call you out for it, but like, what is your karaoke go-to song
man, I got too many when I have my moments. So one of my favorite songs now I like to sing is Tennessee Whiskey.
by Morgan Wallen?
Yes. A lot of people don't know like I love songs that have like a little jazz flair to it, and he has it, but nobody like looks into it. So when I be singing my variant, I throw a little jazz into it, and they're like, wait, what? I didn't think it would sound like that. Or if I'm with a group of friends that don't know songs and I gotta pick a song for them to sing, I'm gonna pick as either "It's Gonna Be Me" by NSYNC or what or Tell Me Why, because everybody like to go, you are my fire, and then everybody just starts singing. So it's like that's one of the iconic songs out there.
Or if you're at a sports event, Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Yeah, well, my favorite part is just saying the best, the best. That's my part, but
Or if you're at the Islanders, they have the Yes Movement.
yes, I was there. I went to one of their shows and experienced that.
I love it when if you ever hear during the national anthem during hockey when it says red, you'll actually hear the fans like yell red during the national anthem. And I'm like, that's one way to say we're supporting.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that.
Let's see where we okay. If you could time travel, where would you go?
Don't you mean win?
What? Yeah, when you could. Where would you know? Whoever invents it, let me know. I gotta do some business.
Okay, if I can go back in time and I'm just observing, right? I can't change anything. I can't touch anything. I just gotta be eyes, right? Just can't do nothing. Okay, so I will go back to the first World Series of the first big Subway Series between the Mets and Yankees.
Okay.
Weirdly, I am a diehard Mets fan, and sometimes there's parts of history that I wish I can experience. That's the reason why you have people who are old school going like, I'm a Mets fan. I remember this one happened. And I would love to relive those moments if I could because, man, the Mets, we've been struggling. And luckily we had a good game last week, but it's still a slim chance for us to get to the playoffs. Or a little wild card in this case.
Yeah. I know the Knights just finished their the regular season this weekend, so that is the AAA team
Okay.
for the White Sox. What is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
In life or just in wrestling?
Both.
In wrestling, it was sometimes you gotta trust your own heart before you trust the thought of somebody else. Because I know a lot of times we look for outside validation to make sure it doesn't look that you don't think it's going to work, but you got to trust yourself, even when people might go against you. And it's okay; they're just making their opinion. It's not law,
Yeah.
but go from there. And then the other one is saying when is uh when you fall forward.
Yeah.
Don't fall back. Fall forward, because that means you're closer to your goal, or at least closer to know how to move next instead of stepping back.
Let's see. If you could have dinner with any fictional character, who would it be?
Okay, you really want to ask this question?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'll give you a funny one, and then I'll give you a real truthful one. I can't believe I'm saying this. Do you remember the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I think so.
So if anybody remember that movie, Roger Rabbit had this very beautiful, attractive girlfriend. I forgot her name, but I would love to have dinner with her just to ask her, why did you pick this guy? That's my funny. And to be all serious and in a fun serious way, I would love to have dinner with Goofy.
Just to hear that laugh every time he talks.
Not even just laugh. It's more of like if actually people paid attention to his character through his whole series, he gives genuine kindness. And I think like if I was able to have dinner with a character like that, it can rub off onto me and I can pass it off to the next person.
Okay. Can you share a pivotal moment in your life that has shaped who you are today?
Just pick a moment that made me who I am today.
Yeah, a
The
moment.
time I started professional wrestling.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest, in the world, I did not want to be that kind of guy that just worked a 9 to 5 and go home or go home to his family. Feel like I wasn't complete. So wrestling was able for me to build myself outside of just the regular hours.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What inspires you to carry on?
me, I see where I can be next. I just gotta push through or just press the right keys. Cause I realize once I'm doing something like this, I can't go back.
Yeah.
If I go back, I feel like I'm just gonna be a shell of who I am.
Can you talk about a moment or someone, I mean, talk about a mentor or someone who has played a significant role in your life?
Yeah. My mentor, Mike Bertram. He was actually my second grade teacher who became my mentor, but he was the one that was actually taking me to ECW shows and me and my cousins to ECW shows and taking me to basketball camps for me to stay out of trouble. He didn't have to do that. Uh, and I ain't gonna lie, I know people say you don't owe anybody anything, but like at one point I feel like I owe him my life because he made my life different to what it could have been in a different way. And I'm forever grateful. And once I told him that I was going to do professional wrestling, he looked at me. He literally told me on the phone and said, "I don't know why you're asking this question. This is what you always wanted to do. You talked about this as your kid." So, like, he's definitely been that guy. And I still talk to him from time to time, uh, and he encouraged me, or he'll let me know, like, "Hey, you're hitting the right moves." You know, me looking at it from a fan. So it's good to know.
Alright, guys, so since you guys know, Trev Shock has officially been retired as of last season. So now we just have quick rapid fire questions. So Corey, are you ready?
Whew, I don't open this. Wait, I drink. Yeah, I'm ready.
Coffee or tea?
Oh, I hate to say this now. Oh, it's gonna be coffee now. Ah,
Early bird or night owl?
I want to be early bird, but I've been being a night owl. But I'll still say early bird.
Dogs or cats?
Dog.
One thing you can't live without.
Damn, that's hard. You said rapid. Uh, food.
What's your favorite comfort food?
Oh damn, cookies or ice
Summer,
cream.
winter.
Actually, I'm a winter dude. I like winter.
A winter guy?
Yeah,
Okay. What's your favorite way to relax after a long day?
sitting on my beanbag, bro. I would show my bean. I have two bean bags. I have a 7 foot long one and a 5 foot round, and I have literally wrestlers and guests like Adam Mazar that you had previously talked to sit on my beanbag and said, "Bro, I'm about to fall asleep," and I was like, "I told you."
I need to get some of that in this podcast studio.
Bro, if you need a beanbag, bro, I know where to get it for you at a good price. Don't worry about that.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Alrighty, now the producer team that I'd never introduced Corey to, they prepared 5 questions. No, not 5 questions. They have a segment where you get to ask me 5 questions.
Okay, fine. Even though I asked you too many questions already, let's see if I can pull some that I didn't give you. All right. We'll start simple. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
I should have figured. I should have figured that one. Um, what what makes you feel in 5 words or less if you can, or like a sentence or less? What makes you feel that doing the podcast is the best thing?
Alright, so Corey, I tried doing wrestling, went through 3 different schools. Um, and the first school I said, can't, I'd give it a shot, and then gave
Wait,
up.
wait, 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 wait. Remember, I said sentence or less. And you might give me a whole story.
Alright, so let's see a sentence. I gotta think this one. Something
I was you say I guess you say wrestling didn't work, so podcast the best.
Yep.
All right, cool. That's a sentence right there. Cool. All right, cool. Um, another one that says, "Do you prefer? Do you like anime? Yes or no?"
I watch it here and there.
Okay, okay. But yes or no? Do you like it?
Yes.
All right, cool. What else? Ooh, I got a good one. Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi.
Pep. Man, I don't know how we're friends, bro. Like Coca Cola. You know what? I'll let that slide because I know I was Pepsi as a kid, and then I grew to like Coca Cola,
Well,
Coca Cola people, not Better
their
Cokes.
sponsor, like their partners were Celsius.
Yes,
That's, um,
that's yep.
let's see, Dr. Pepper, depending where you are.
Fair. All right,
Uh,
and last quick question for the rapid for the five back to me. Make it short and sweet. Are you ready for Wrestle King?
Absolutely, this is gonna be blast.
All right.
Don't know.
That
So, guys, with the mystery package thing, so only way to win that contest, what I was talking about with the sponsorship box and everything. I will be talking to everybody. I will be talking to Corey after this about if wrestlers throw in something, like if it's a T-shirt or a name into that box and everything. So you guys won't know what it is or who's in it until the day.
I heard. I
But
heard rumors that one of the wrestlers might be throwing in their old gear as a package.
as who?
I don't know who, but I heard rumors.
Never know.
You never know. Just saying, I heard rumors.
Rumors. You're right. It could be that Trevor Shelley has to take you out to dinner next time you're in Charlotte, or
either,
podcast studio.
yeah. But either way, guys, definitely get a part of it to contribute. See what you can get out of this mystery box.
Yes, because there's gonna be 3.
Three.
The last one, the third one is the biggest one. So,
Okay, okay.
what is your weirdest childhood nickname and the story behind it.
Big Daddy Bell. That was my old nickname. It was basically like a rapper name that my mentor gave me. He was trying to help me like be able to speak confidently, so he gave me a rap name. So at times when we went to like when he would take me to a basketball camp or we would go to a show, he'll play like some classic hip hop tracks, and then and he said and he'll start saying a certain rhyme to let me start off, and then I always had to say Big Daddy Bell in between. But then also it was because when I played basketball, I don't talk smack, but my body language be just acting like, "Who's your daddy on the court? That's me." So like he noticed that, and that was another main reason why he called me that, Big Daddy Bell.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
I have it. What you mean?
No, like if
I
you could
have it
any,
already.
any song.
Huh? Yeah, I have a thing, so that's basically my life.
Sure. What is the strangest food combination you enjoy that others might find odd?
The strangest?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I don't really talk about my food stuff to other people, but I guess for me, macaroni and cheese with shredded chicken and buttermilk ranch, like powder mixed in.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it'll sound weird, but I think creative.
I'm already gonna get eyebrows for mine, which if you guys don't know, it is hash browns with the blueberry syrup from IHOP.
That does not sound weird. That actually sounds like a savory sweet combination, bro.
It is.
Like, bro.
I had my friend, well, ex-friend try it, and they said this is like the most disgusting thing ever. And I laughed at them, and I said, "Yeah,
That
you."
person's a hater. It's a hater.
Um, what is the funniest joke you know?
That's horrible. I'm not good with jokes. I'm not. Dang it. Now I have to just make one up and hope that it's funny. Let's see. Because I remember hearing Adam always tell me about the whole how can you tell if binary kill someone? But we're not gonna go there. Uh, I got a wrestling one, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think Neville never came around DX?
Why?
Because he was X Pac.
Yeah.
That's a good. It's a wrestling one. It's a wrestling joke. But I
Yeah.
think like I just made that up on the fly, and there's some truth to it.
Let's see. What is the most absurd piece of advice you have ever received, and did you follow it?
Absurd.
Yeah.
No, honestly, every advice I've got has been like legit. Um, good. I haven't. It would never been negative. Uh, but if I had to think anything that's close to being like I would never do that again, or like I'll limit it, was always listen, speak first and listen second.
Okay.
Where it's always the other way around.
What advice would you give to someone aspiring to follow a similar path in their career or interest?
Don't be afraid to fail, and don't be afraid, and don't think of quitting.
What has been the most rewarding aspect of your journey so far, personally and personally or professionally?
What was my best? What?
What has been the most rewarding aspect of your journey so far, personally or professionally?
Motivating others. That's been the most rewarding I've got. I have gotten people that literally told me, because of you, I can do this. Or the most rewarding is knowing that people recognize me for my past work. So I was at Cannonball Fest. Shout out to Jeff Cannonball and his family. And I went there to support. I didn't go there to perform. I went there to support him. And I remember seeing somebody ask me, "Am I Corey Dillinger?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I remember you." And I'm thinking they're about to say GTS,
Yeah.
which is almost a normal thing. But no, they remember me from another promotion where I started from,
Okay.
and which was UWA Elite. And it make me happy to know that in a local level, I am recognized.
Yeah.
And I'm help entertain, and I help brought people to entertain and believe and be captured by me. So that was very rewarding, which means that made me know that what I was doing back then, it was good, because I still had that question in my mind saying, did I do a good enough job? Am I just running through the cracks, or running through just walking on the sidewalk? But yeah,
Is there someone you would like to give a shout out to or express appreciation for?
man, man, absolutely. I like to shout out Adam Bazar. I would love to shout out my tag partner Matt Vertigo. I would love to shout out UWA Elite, Eric Corvus, Jordan Oliver, Malik Devante, one of my good friends in wrestling, Kristen, another great friend, Trevor, and most of and then honestly, every person that took the time to help me out, no matter if it was personal or professional.
Yeah. If you guys, I'm going to go a little behind the scenes. As many times a day, I call Corey just to get my head wrapped around something at work or see how each other is doing. The man is Corey that I talk to you guys. He is
Thank you.
more for me, so
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
can't say anything about hockey, of course, because Corey doesn't play the hockey, but he knows about the sport.
Yeah, I at least know the sport. I don't know about. I know some positions and I know how they play. I'm still understanding some of the rules, but let's be honest, people who don't know hockey, they just want to see people fight. But it is what it is.
If you guys have noticed lately on the Instagram, we have been putting the hockey players that just have passed away. And that is just because I come from the hockey and I play in ice hockey. So when I get my new camera, it will be actually on my jerseys per game. So you guys will actually be seeing game footage, coaching, which that is something brand new that I'm announcing. I'm currently going to be a hockey coach.
I'll be honest, I'm excited to hear that myself. I remember you was telling me this earlier.
Yeah, this camera, I was looking at it. The company cut like $200 off of it. They're like, we know who you are, but can you like represent us? I was like, yeah, just send me a camera. I was like, that's all I need is a camera. I'll represent you guys every game, every practice.
There you go.
But what is one word or phrase that you always say?
That I always say.
That you always say.
I'm D1 since day one. Of course, as I said every time.
Um, Thank you, Corey, for being on the podcast, which we always talk every after the podcast anyway.
Of course, man.
If you guys don't know, I have a crew of people that I talk to. Corey and Raphael are the top two guys I talk to on a daily basis. Before we end the episode, Corey, where can they find you on social media?
If you want to find me on social media from X, Instagram, Facebook, just put Corey Dillinger. For Facebook, just put the space in between, CoreyDillinger. And for Instagram and X, it's the same thing. Just put the words together with an underscore at the end.
And then, guys, we will catch
That's
you
it.
next time.
Be
We'll
safe.
see
Stay.
you next week. I'm not going to say who it is, but We'll see you guys next time.
And I'm gonna say this to end. Stay strong, stay safe, and be the best you can be. And like that.
Alrighty. See you guys next time.